Welcome to the GV Christian School Podcast. GVCS is a ministry of GV Christian Center in Henderson, Nevada, and is dedicated to the pursuit of God, knowledge, compassion, and leadership. I'm your host, Sean Scotty, and I can tell you that the greatest part of our school is the people. It's the community of families, faculty, and staff that all come together to pour into the next generation. Joining us this week is Christy Johnson. She is our admissions director and is one of the most critical people here at GVCS. All right, joining us now is Christy Johnson. So, Christy, tell us about your journey here at GVCS. What was it like to see us grow from just the small preschool to where it is now?
Well, I've roughly been at Green Valley Christian School for 27 years. We began my journey in portables. So the church had been built and I literally began in a class that was a portable. So I began as a college student with hopes to possibly become an architecture designer. But as I began to develop into my college, I decided to change my major because I felt like Green Valley Christian was a great home for me and to continue on throughout my career.
So this was originally just kind of a stop along the way, but then the connections that you made here, the thing that you realized you were a part of, it ended up actually changing your entire life.
Yes, it did. I actually did my internship next door at the architecture firm. And as I was getting close to my senior year, I thought about it. I love my job. I love working with the families. And more than anything, I didn't want to walk away from something that I love to go into something that I desired, but was not necessarily what I thought was my future.
Now, Christy, your daughter was actually a part of the class of 2020, which obviously was a very unique time to graduate. And then she was also a Golden graduate. What is that, and what was it like for you to see her grow up here at this school?
It was amazing, actually. She started at 6 weeks and has gone all the way through. Her education was exceptional. Specifically through her high school years, she was able to get involved with athletics to the point of being our athlete of the year for females last year, which we were super proud of. However, our ending wasn't quite like we wanted, but when we look back, she's now in the school of her choice. She was offered athletic scholarships in addition to academic scholarships that she was able to take advantage of to pursue the college of her dreams. And
then she was a Golden graduate, so that means that she started here I guess the definition technically is they start as kindergarten, but she started even before that point.
Yes, she did. So she was able to go through our preschool all the way through. So it definitely was a blessing, not only for us, but also as a school. I was able to see all along the way the areas that our school excelled in, specifically with, becoming that community to families that are within our school. We are definitely an extension of the family, and it begins as early as the infant toddler room.
Now let's talk about that. You've had actually the chance to tour our campus with thousands of families over the years. What are some of the most common questions that you get?
One of the most common questions that I get is the ratios of our classrooms, and they all differ depending on the age of the student. Our preschool classrooms the ratios are all defined by the state, so we do adhere to those and are even lower than what the state ratios are. And then our K through 5, we have a 15-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, and we have a full-time assistant in each classroom. 6 through 12 is roughly a 15-to-1 with also a teacher assistant for each grade level. Another one of the common questions, of course, are if there are financial scholarships available. If you go to our website, gvchristianschool.com, you can go under admissions, and scholarships are listed that we do offer and accept. One of the most common questions that people always ask is, what makes you different than other schools? Specifically, we are unique not only as academics or athletics, but we are a community. And one of the things that I would say that you need to do is come experience it for yourself. Come in for a tour, see what's going on in our classrooms, see what we're doing out in the community. And more than anything, our school culture becomes one that's like a family.
Now let's talk about those new families checking us out. What does that process look like? All right, they schedule a tour and, they meet with you or one of our other staff members and they kind of take a tour of the campus. What does that process look like then going forward? All right, they want to enroll their child here.
After a tour is scheduled of our school, we take them and we schedule a testing. Each child is tested based on grade level mastery skills. After the testing, our principal or assistant principal meets with them, goes over the test with them, lets them know anywhere that they need to be working on, and then at that point, I will meet with them and do registration so that it is a smooth transition right into the classroom. We know academically exactly where they are, and the teacher then can form a plan for them so that they can stay on the academic program that our school is on, which is typically 2 grade levels above the national average.
Wow. So, that's pretty intense. So, you have families coming from different backgrounds, and maybe they're joining us. They've already maybe attended another school for a couple of years, and they're coming in. So they're going to need a test. And then based off of that, then we're able to give them recommendations on how best to set up their specific child to succeed here.
Correct. Sometimes it just may be that they need a little bit of tutoring, or they might be right on track, and we just welcome them in and get them started right up.
Awesome. So let's talk about some of the differences that parents should know between how things work for preschool, how they work for elementary, and junior and senior high. Obviously, we're still under the big tent of GV Christian School, but there are some things that are unique to each of those different grade levels and those age levels.
Well, specifically for preschool is open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and you can come in anytime for that. However, we are a college prep school, so our kinder prep does specifically prepare our students for our kindergarten program, which is a full-day academic program. We literally do some of our courses actually teach a first grade level curriculum, so they are working at a high academic level. When in kindergarten, we want to make sure our kinder prep is preparing them for that. And then for K through 5, one of the things that's hardest probably for most parents is having that time that they have to be here. So it is crucial that they're here right on time for school versus being able to come and go whenever you want in preschool. For K through 5 academically, they are working at a high level, but at the same time, we do many field trips and fun activities for them so that they are having fun at the same time, because they do have a full day. It is roughly, you can drop off roughly at 8 o'clock and pick up at roughly 3:30. So it is a full day program, but we do things to keep them engaged so that they are having fun while learning. For 6 through 12, I would say one of the things that parents needs to know is pretty much to cut the cord, let them come on in and experience what junior high and high school should be on their own, and help them guide them through it as they are getting older and about to go into their high school years, so that they're fully ready for their big college experience.
All right. So I guess the next step would be, how can parents contact you if they want to learn more about the school, if they want to schedule a tour and kind of start this process themselves?
You can email me at cjohnson@gvchristian.com or at our website at gvchristianschool.com. Or if you would like and prefer a phone call, you can always call me at 702-454-4056.
Thanks so much, Christy. That's it for this episode. If you'd like to learn more about GVCS, you can visit gvchristianschool.com. Call us at 702-454-4056 or search for us on Facebook at GV Christian School, Preschool, Elementary, or Junior and Senior High.